Can see it is really picked up here. Everyone's crowded around, media, audience members, everyone waiting to see when it wraps up because everyone has the same question, right? They want to know how Jimmy Kimmel addressed the controversy. So everyone's waiting out here. I don't know if you could see behind me, but there is a sign that says on air. It's currently lit up right now. It wasn't earlier, so we believe they're still taping. We do have crews on both ends of the building right here at El Capitan, but again, we are just waiting for that filming to wrap up so we could find out exactly what was discussed. But we did speak with a number of people earlier today to get their reactions. Take a listen. Outside the El Capitan Theater in Hollywood, fans lined up early, eager to see Jimmy Kimmel return after nearly a week off the air.
I was happy. I knew what was going to happen.
Others say Kimmel's suspension raised larger questions about free speech in politics and entertainment.
He is a comedian, and he may be on the edge a lot of times, and he got the right to do that.
Kimmel returns after what ABC calls thoughtful conversations with the host.
Very happy. There's a lot of friends who work on the staff, and I'm very happy that they still have a job.
Some fans are crediting those who boycotted Disney for pushing the network to bring the comedian back.
I was kind of surprised about how many people actually took on the boycott and boycotted stuff and started canceling their Disney subscriptions and stuff like that.
But not everyone will see him. Two of the nation's biggest ABC affiliate owners, Nexstar Media Group, the parent company of Ktladt, and Sinclair, both say they'll continue to preempt his show.
They can't make money on this show when they lose so many stations.
Kimmel's suspension sparked national debate about free speech, with many people calling Disney's decision a dark moment for democracy.
We were really excited to be able to support Jimmy and that he kind of won this battle with free speech.
What we do know is he'll have actor Glenn Powell and singer Sarah McLachlan by his side.
Jimmy, we missed you. We're glad you're back.
Back out here live, we are still waiting. I want you guys to take a look next to me. You see media members, really everybody coming out waiting. I could tell you see people walking out of the theater right now, and that light is no longer on. So not on air, they're not taping, they are directing people right now. But I do want to stay on us if we can, because we're hoping to get some reaction and find out exactly what Jimmy Kimmel said during that opening monologue about this controversy. Again, he hasn't spoken out publicly about it at all since this taping, and so really this is the first time the public and many people who are watching are eager to hear about it. Again, think about it, Kimmel doesn't air until later tonight, so a lot of questions remain. We are still standing by live outside the theater where he films. The light is off, no longer on the air, but really we're going to stand by here live and talk to people as they come out, find out what was said, and bring you the latest updates as we receive them. But for now, reporting live in Hollywood, Jillian Smuckler, KTLA 5 News.
All right, Jillian, thank you. A placenta mother has been charged with involuntary manslaughter after the death of her 2-year-old during what she says was a bathing accident. It happened Monday. 40-year-old Melissa Lynn Beisel was reportedly giving her son a bath using a plastic storage bin. Beisel says she left the bathroom to retrieve soap. When she returned, the child was face down unresponsive. CPR proved ineffective. Beisel then reportedly harmed herself with a sharp object and stayed in the bathroom with the child for 6 hours before a family member found her and called 911.
The search is on tonight for an armed suspect who attempted to rob a 7-Eleven in downtown Long Beach, then barricaded himself inside the store. After several hours, a SWAT team went in, only to find that he had escaped. The robbery attempt happened early this morning. Some streets are still closed off around the crime scene.
The city of Inglewood will pay $25 million to settle a civil rights lawsuit brought by a man wrongfully imprisoned for 38 years for a 1983 robbery, homicide, and sexual assault he did not commit. 72-year-old Maurice Hastings was set free in 2022 after new DNA tests. No physical evidence ever linked Hastings to the crimes. Prosecutors had sought to impose the death penalty. The settlement is California's largest ever for a wrongful conviction.
The Beverly Hills Police Department continues to investigate after a swastika was drawn on the sidewalk outside El Rodeo Elementary School. The symbol was discovered and quickly removed on Monday amid heightened synagogue security during the Hashanah holiday. The school district has released these images in hopes of identifying and locating the suspect. Like a scene out of an action movie, without waiting for fire crews, officers raced toward a burning home where a woman was trapped inside. And the life-saving rescue was all captured on the officers' body cameras.
KTLA's Lindsay Pena reports from Westminster, where she spoke to those officers about their heroic actions.
I'm getting the female from outside, from inside.
This was the scene 2 Westminster police officers arrived to on the morning of September 18th. A house on the 6,000 block of Chinook Avenue was on fire, flames shooting out of the garage and quickly spreading. One resident who escaped told them there was a bedridden elderly woman still trapped inside.
I asked him which room she was in because there was no way I was going to go through that front door. And that's when I ripped open the screen and opened the window, pushed in the blinds, and encountered the female with the oxygen tube in her interface.
I got you, man. I got you, man.
The body cam footage shows the officers, one inside, the other outside, working together to get to safety.
That's when we both decided, let's lift her up, let's carry her out. That's the fastest way out of this room.
OC Fire Authority says when they arrived, they rescued one more person from inside the home and a cat. No one was seriously injured, and both departments credit the fast response and cooperation of their people to make sure no lives were lost.
Lift her up.
It's a cliche, but yes, that's what we do. That's what's expected of us. I don't know if I could have just sat back and just done nothing.
We are our first responders. You know, our job is to, if we get there first, we respond. And in this case, we happened to arrive, before they did, and when, the show starts, that's when you got to get in there.
The woman who was rescued didn't want to talk on camera, but police tell us that she is doing okay. That's the latest from Westminster. Lindsay Pena, KTLA News.
Federal judges the Trump administration to restore $500 million in federal grant funding to UCLA. The judge says the government likely violated the Administrative Procedure Act by not providing detailed explanations for the cuts. The administration suspended the grants in August, citing alleged civil rights violations related to anti-Semitism and affirmative action. Today, the state moved in to clear away a homeless encampment along a major local freeway. The people who were living at the encampment are being offered services to help them with housing. KTLA's Annie Rose Ramos has more from South LA.
Residents telling us there has been a homeless encampment right here for over a year now, with more than a dozen people, including children, living inside.
We got to lock up our houses. It's bad that people just crazy.
Residents off 88th Street in South LA, Broadway, Manchester neighborhood, fed up with the homeless encampment at the end of their street.
And they had couches, stove, refrigerators, just stacked up. Right? Make a house.
This morning, city and state services arriving to clear the encampment out.
We have our city buses, the LADOT bus that transports folks safely to the interim housing site.
The city saying they moved roughly 35 people into interim housing today. According to this year's homeless count, there are 43,699 people experiencing homelessness in the city of LA. One man here today who was homeless trying to convince others to accept the help.
Just to advocate, help the people get off the street and let them know that there is hope.
But not everyone is pleased with this program, like this man who says his son has been living in this encampment due to mental health issues.
He has been living on the street almost a year.
You've seen him here?
Of course. He's mentally ill. He's been diagnosed with schizophrenia, affected paranoia, bipolar disease. Yeah.
But you feel until people like your son are hospitalized in a mental health facility by force.
Forcing anyone to do anything almost never works. But if you build a rapport and you build a trust and you can show them the way, they'll most likely follow you.
Caltrans putting in these boulders to keep this encampment from building back